Daniel Brooks spent most of his life waking up before the sun. In a modest house on the outskirts of Dayton, Ohio, his alarm rang at 4 a.m. every day for more than 30 years, even on weekends, even when his body ached, even when his eyes burned from exhaustion, because Daniel had a family to feed. He worked wherever work existed: factories, warehouses, construction sites, delivery routes. If there was overtime, he took it. If there was night shift, he accepted it without complaint. He learns to live without rest, without weekends, without asking for anything in return. His wife used to say, "Daniel, slow down, you're killing yourself." He would smile and say, "I'll rest later, the kids come first." And they always did. Daniel missed birthdays, school plays, Sunday dinners. He watched his children grow through photos sent to his phone during lunch breaks. He came home when they were asleep and left before they woke up. But the refrigerator was always full. The rent was always paid. The lights never went out. When money was short, everyone came to Daniel. When school fees were due, Daniel found a way. When medical bills arrived, Daniel worked more hours. When the car broke down, Daniel fixed it himself after midnight. He became the pillar without realizing that pillars are never thanked, only noticed when they crack. Years passed. The children grew taller, smarter, independent. They graduated, found jobs, built lives of their own. Daniel attended their achievements quietly, sitting in the back, clapping with hands roughened by years of labor. "I did my job," he thought. "That's enough." But age came silently. His back began to fail him. His hands trembled slightly when he tried to lift heavy things. Eventually, the company let him go, not because he was bad, but because he was slow. Just like that, the man who never stopped working had nowhere to go every morning. At home, the house felt louder and emptier at the same time. The phone stopped ringing. No one asked him for advice. No one needed money anymore. No one depended on him. His children were busy now. Meetings, vacations, plans. They loved him, yes, but love had become occasional calls and holiday visits. "Dad, you don't need to worry anymore," they told him. But Daniel didn't know how not to worry. He sat on the porch some afternoons watching cars pass, feeling like a tool that had served its purpose and been placed on a shelf. For the first time in his life, he felt something terrifying. Useless. He whispered it once when no one was around. "What am I now?" One evening, Daniel overheard his grandchildren arguing inside the house. "Grandpa doesn't do anything," one of them said innocently. "He just sits." The words were not meant to hurt, but they did. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. Decades of sacrifice replayed in his mind. Every skipped meal, every aching bone, every night he chose responsibility over rest. Was this all I was? A paycheck that expired? A few days later, Daniel started volunteering at a local community center, mostly to avoid sitting alone with his thoughts. They needed someone to help young men learn basic job skills. No one else wanted the position. Daniel raised his hand quietly. The first day, he stood in front of a room full of young men who reminded him of himself years ago, lost, frustrated, angry at the world. One of them said, "What do you know about success?" Daniel paused. He didn't talk about money. He didn't talk about titles. He said, "I know what it means to carry responsibility, even when no one thanks you." The room went silent. He taught them how to work honestly, how to show up on time, how to endure seasons when no one notices your effort. He told them the truth America rarely says out loud. Your value doesn't end when you stop earning. It ends only when you stop caring. Slowly, something changed. People started waiting for Daniel, listening to him, respecting him. One evening, his son called and said, "Dad, I didn't realize how much you did for us. I'm trying to be the kind of father you were." Daniel sat quietly after the call, tears in his eyes. For the first time in years, he didn't feel invisible. He realized something powerful, something most people learn too late. He was never useless. He was a foundation, and foundations don't disappear when buildings rise. They hold everything up. And what we conclude from that story is a person's worth is not measured by how much they earn or how many people depend on them, but by the responsibility, care, and wisdom they continue to give. No one is useless until their last breath.